Hi everyone, in this video you will learn about CDP local and remote replication. CDP stands for Continuous Data Protection and this is based on network-based local and remote replication. So let's start with this. First, the replication which occurs at the network layer between the host and storage array is called as the network-based replication, and this can be implemented in both local and remote replication. Means in case of local, the replication occurs in the same data center, means the source and the replica. The source is the computer from where the contents will be replicated, and replica is the destination where the contents will be stored, so that we can either get the continuous replication or point in time replication. uh, Secondly, in case of network based replication, uh, the load from the servers and arrays is decreased, and what we can do is we can implement this replication across a lot of server platforms. Moreover, the platforms can be having heterogeneous environments need not to be the same. The servers can be different, having different configuration when we are implementing network based replication. So next, let's understand more about CDP, which is continuous data protection. So the CDP allows us to restore data to any previous point in time. Recovery, as nowadays many mission critical applications, they need unlimited data recovery points, uh, which is not possible in traditional data protection technologies, because in those technologies, if data loss occurs, uh, the system can only be rolled back to the last recovery point, right? Even if we implement the mirroring technology, in that if there is a corruption in the production data, that same corruption can be seen in the replicated data as well. So this is advantage of CDP, that it allows us to restore the data to any previous PIT, which means point in time replication. In order to implement CDP, we need CDP appliance and a write splitter. So CDP appliance usually runs the CDP software, which helps to manage the local and remote data replication, and the write splitter, which is implemented on the host side. So the main task of the write splitter is to replicate the writes to the production volume and to the CDP. In case of local replication, CDP is implemented at the host side only. In case of remote replication, CDP is implemented at the source and at the destination side as well. So this image shows a CDP appliance by Sonic Wall. This is how it looks. You can have a look at this. So next I'm going to explain CDP local replication. So this diagram is having host. Now this is because this is local replication, so in this data center only the replication will be carried out. So this is the CDP appliance, this is the production volume. So production volume contains all the content, data, pools, volumes from this host side, and this is the replica where we will be replicating the contents from the production volume, and the data can be recovered from here. So the first step is, on the host side, write splitter has been implemented, and the main function of this write splitter is to copy the writes from the host to the CDP appliance and to the production volume. And after that, the CDP appliance writes it to the CDP journal. CDP journal configure all the changes from the production volume. Whatever changes in the data has been done are configured in the CDP journal, and then the data and the contents are returned to the replica. So whenever, now in this case, RPO is not required in advance. RPO means recovery point objective. So this is the time taken by the host to get the contents back. Suppose there is some loss or corruption in the production volume, right? So host has to get it back from the replica. So recovery point objective means how long will it take to get the contents back to the production volume. Okay, so if it depends on the technology we are using, if it is hot site or cold site, RPO will be less. If you're using tape drives or some other disks, RPO will be more. So in this case, we do not need to provide any RPO in advance. Moreover, using CDP technology, we can uh, recover to the latest PID, point in time recovery, so that there is restoration from the replica which is in alignment with the journal entries up to the point in time chosen for the recovery. So next is CDP remote replication. As we know that the difference between the local and remote replication is that in case of local replication only one data center is involved. However, in case of remote replication, the data center where the replication is carried out is other than the host data center. So let's have a look on the components first. So this is the host production volume and the CDP. This is a local CDP appliance. Then we have the remote CDP appliance. Then we have the CDP journal tracking all the changes in the data. And here we have the replica where we will be replicating the content. So, so in case of local replication, the write splitter has been implemented at the host side, and first it will replicate the contents to the production volume and to the local CDP appliance, and after that the CDP appliance will send the writes to the remote CDP appliance along with the timestamp of the writes in case of synchronous remote replication. In this case, before starting the replication, the replica has to be in synchronization with the production volume before starting on the replication. And after that, the writes will be written to the CDP journal and then it will be written to the replica. And thus, any kind of corruption in the production data can be replicated from this replica. So this was the scenario of the synchronous replication. Now, in case of asynchronous replication, we know that in case of asynchronous, the production volume has to instantly send the acknowledgement back to the host. Means host is sending the writes to the local CDP appliance and the production volume. So CDP appliance will accumulate all the write operations with the timestamp, and thus, if there is any redundant block, that can be eliminated here, and after that checksum is generated in order to ensure the integrity, and then the data is compressed, and here after that it is sent to the remote CDP appliance. Then remote CDP appliance verifies the checksum so that there is no loss of integrity, and then it is uncompressed, and after that it is sent to the CDP journal, and at the regular intervals it is then sent to the replica. Now, in terms of performance, asynchronous remote CDP remote replication performs better than the synchronous, because in case of synchronous, host has to receive an acknowledgement from the remote CDP appliance. It has to wait till remote CDP appliance sends the acknowledgement of the received writes. In case of the synchronous replication impacts applications performance when there are heavy write loads. So this was all about CDP local and remote replication. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for watching.